All right, Pix, thanks very much for the raid. My goodness, that was a lot of folks came in. Welcome in. I'm sure you probably know who I am if you're coming from Pixelriff's stream, but on the off chance you don't, my name is Joel, and I stream and podcast full-time. I am the co-host and co-producer with Pixelriffs on the Spawn Chunks podcast. There's a new episode about Minecraft every Monday, and it's available on all of your favorite podcasting platforms, as well as on YouTube and Spotify in video format. So if you like to watch us and see the screenshots and stuff about what we're talking about, then you can do that. And we are on the Citadel server, which is my 8-year-old Minecraft server. We're in the Nether near the Froglight farm that I can't find the entrance to. I found MacCast's workroom, but I don't know where he keeps the Froglights. So we're going to steal some. We have been decorating a massive mushroom island. I put a little clip in the chat while I was on break of the giant Lush cave that we found, and so it's been fun. Pix, what were you up to on stream if you are still here? If you had to go, as I know it's probably close to your dinner time, then no worries. But thanks everybody for coming on over. I appreciate you sticking around. We're going to be live for another probably hour or so. So we need to stock up on the frog lights because we're using those to light up the sci-fi area. And I don't have very many, so we're going to that. And obviously MacCast has not really done much to spawn proof the area around the farm, because these guys are still doing their things. So I guess I'm gonna just check those boxes, because I can't really figure out another way to get in here. We've gone around the whole thing. There's no entrance. I don't see anything in there. I'm assuming there has to be some sort of entrance. There might be something over here. Doesn't look like it though. Yeah, does not look like it. Oh, you know what? I might have found it. Is there a thing here? Nope. Looks like MacCast was starting to spawn proof the area, but then just stopped. But the whole time I was walking around, I didn't look at the outside. I was looking at the inside, so maybe there's a door or a drop shaft or an elevator somewhere. Oh, lots of friends though. Those guys hit harder than you think. I don't see anything. Oh, Cosmic says he sells them at the marketplace. Okay. Well, he hasn't been on the server in years, so I'm not too worried about just walking in here and taking some. It's all glass floor. Yeah, I guess there is no collection area. That's just... You must just break the glass and grab the stuff and then be done with it, right? But there aren't that many, so we might have to go buy some because it doesn't look like there's much to be found. Okay. Fair enough. Guess we'll just... Oh, you are blocking my way, sir. I'm not sure what it is about melee in Minecraft. I've never been a fan of first-person melee. I switched to diamond pants when I was exploring the caves, knowing that I'd be shot by skeletons. But I'm not wearing a chest plate, that's fair. I don't think we need anything from the mesa, the Badlands. So if you're just tuning in, we've got different zones on the server, and we've been bopping back and forth between the sci-fi area and the modern city, which is where I've set up shop. And we are about to go back to the sci-fi area and test out a couple of things. I wanted to see what Nylium might look like, and I wanted to see about some more froglites. But first we'll stop off in Dartmouth Meadows, which is going to be this way, because that's where Macast has the fly in here, and it's driving me crazy. Where Macast has the froglites, apparently. So this is a little spawn town on the server where we've got a lot of the early farms, and we did set up this little marketplace. And one of these only sells froglights. I'm going to go with the one with the froglights at the front. Lights 1 diamond per stack. Well, I guess we'll be fair. I'm sure I've got enough diamonds. Seriously? You know, I might actually just try to kill you. They never die where you want them to. You dropped the thing? I don't think you dropped the thing. Fine. Okay. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, and 5. So 18. Six in the purple. I think it was. Don't remember. And 3. And 5 of the green ones. That should do us for a while. The nice things about servers is that It would take me forever to collect all that stuff. Cool. Done. So we'll just head back. I'll sleep, I guess, first. Travis, hello, hello. Very cool that you're a longtime Spawn Chunks listener. Alright. Hop back through here. So this will probably be fun for the people that have come in from Pixlr's stream, having not seen this before. So on the server we have a world hub, and we use command blocks to teleport players like 10,000, 30,000 blocks in various directions because we've got different areas on the server that are designated as different build zones. So sci-fi, modern city, there's a 118 mountain area, there's the medieval area like West Hill, of course. And they look like this, and all they are is just command blocks buried underneath the ground that when you press the button, you get teleported. So we're going to go to a giant mushroom field. That teleports us way over here. And as you can see, it's pretty big. And so you can see we've marked out some spaces. But it is a large area. It takes a while to load in. And actually, while it's loading in, I want to test to see what this stuff looks like while we're here. I don't think it changes. I think it's just going to be pretty normal. I just don't know if it gets taken over by the mycelium or not. Still pretty bright. That could be just the shaders though. So if we wanted to do some alien landscapes, we could probably get away with it. Same sort of rules apply. It looks like they're kind of random spots. It almost looks like coral. I think we could probably have some fun with that. Oh wow, you didn't know that azalea trees could grow on Mushroom Islands? Just wait. just hold on. Wait till you see what they are actually growing over. Yeah, I've got a bunch of little texture packs and things that I think are really, really fun. I am just going to fly over there, and then I'll use the camera mod to go down, just because it'll be a lot easier. Still very much getting my bearings. There it is. So we found a number of these little holes that go down. Should be able to get down there with the camera. wait until you see this. So ignore the fact that it's not loading in. On the bottom anyway. But this is huge lush cave. You can see some of the parts that we explored. I went down and put in some frog lights at the very bottom of it. You can kind of see just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Minus 40, minus 55, I think was the closest we got to bedrock. But it's really cool, really large, and I feel like I could make something down here, like a mob spawner or something. Because of course mobs do spawn in here. There was creepers and skeletons and all kinds of nasties giving us a hard time. But very, very cool. Yeah, it's really cool, right? And then there was another one. It's not a lush cave, but there's another cave down there. And there's another small one up here. But you can see the azalea trees all growing around here, right? And back over this way. This one was unfortunately a little disappointing. There wasn't as much happening, but this was the first one that I saw. And it has that same sort of like level of like, you really get to go down. I think it goes all the way down to, we saw some redstone at some point, but unfortunately it didn't really open up into anything. And it feels like it's not quite close enough to the other cave. It feels like it's probably part of the same like drawdown, but it doesn't really go anywhere, unfortunately. Still a cool build opportunity. Like there might be a fun way to do something in here and make an exhaust port or just something fun, but I haven't decided what we're going to do yet. That's the big issue right now, is that I just as I was explaining to other folks earlier, there's just so much room and there's nothing really inspiring about the top of the mushroom field, so I kind of have to figure out what's the best way to work on what I want. I think what I want to do is try to have some sort of central storage and have it be probably above the middle of that lush cave. If I can figure out where the middle of that lush cave is, then having something, you know, because it's around here-ish, then having something sort of central above it could be kind of cool. I don't necessarily want to put it like right here because I feel like that's kind of close to the water, but I also kind of want to figure out where the center of the whole island is. Because really up here, there's not much, you know, in this end, actually, there's a lot of like hills and stuff like that. But if we go farther south, yeah, if we just go south a little bit, then it really starts to flatten out. So everything in kind of like this direction is all very flat. So if we did anything here, we wouldn't have to remove a whole lot other than just the mushrooms. Whereas here, there'd be a lot of land that we might have to move. And that'd be kind of problematic. So I need to kind of figure out where I want to start building and what. And I think, like, I like the idea of some sort of power source. Maybe playing with the fact that we don't have to light up the surface. Everything can be very dark. So have something that looks kind of cool at night would be fun. I think storage in the middle of the island is kind of where I'm thinking. I know that's not exactly groundbreaking in terms of like new ideas, but yeah, and that's the other thing too that's nice about building up here is that the mushroom fields would go straight up to the top of the world. So like we could build floating stuff, ships, we could like there's all kinds of really cool things that we could do. So that's kind of the idea behind all of this. Is to get that sorted. And plus we've got things that are, some of these things are bioluminescent in the shader pack, so that's going to be fun. Like if you, this is really cool. If we grab some of these and some of these with these shaders, this is what you get. So we could make some kind of cool alien type stuff. I could also just use this as like something that looks like a power source, right? Like we could probably do some really cool stuff that way. I don't think the green frog lights will go good there. Feel like we might want to go yellow on this one. But that's not bad. Like, I feel like we could probably create some really interesting alien looking foliage and stuff like that. Cool. Sorry, folks. This fly is just absolutely driving me nuts. It just will not leave me alone. Yeah, maybe not that. We might have to come up with, like, I mean, maybe a redstone block would be better. I think those glow in this shader pack. Redstone ore certainly does. No, they don't. Yeah, lots of fun. Any inspiration from Satisfactory? Maybe a little bit. When we were walking around earlier, placing all the verdant and pearlescent and ochre. What are those? I don't remember what they're called. They look, the purple ones look like energon cubes to me, which is kind of cool. So we could probably make some cool stuff out of that. I want to do some glass and some amethyst and things like that. Could be a cool way to do it. I can see a lot of purple. I think something I do want to be careful of too. Like, I'm kind of hoping we get more information about the Java version of Vibrant Visuals, because if this has a biome tint, I either want to be able to turn it off or hopefully like it. And if it's purple, then maybe we'll lean into the purple stuff. You know, that could be good. Okay. Well, let's go back to the modern city then. I don't have any build ideas here. I just wanted to explore a bit. I know we spent most of the time underneath the island, but I did what I set out to do, which is I found some really key elements to springboard from. Because really, like I've mentioned before with West Hill, like, you just have to find a place to start. And I feel like I found a pretty good place to start. I'll do some boring stuff in between streams, like measuring out the island and just kind of like find out where the actual middle is and figure out how that works and how that looks and whatnot. Okay, so we'll go back. It's almost a little bit too fast how quickly you teleport. So one of the things I want to do, which could be the first build project, is go and create some sort of mechanism that makes it feel like you're being teleported, like something that makes noise with note blocks or something to that effect. Would be kind of fun. We need to replace some of the torches in here with proper light blocks too. I might even make like a practice mob farm here. That could be fun. Put some of the stuff back. Frog lights. I don't think I had any like modern city building things. I guess one thing we could look at is this build here. So there's a huge amount of empty space in here, and I am not building every single apartment. We definitely had, you know, some fun laying out a couple of basic apartments, but once we get up like past, I want to say maybe that floor right there, I feel like it might be good to have like a fake area and then just put like a mob farm in here. Because it'll do two things. It'll give us some resources, but it can also be something that we will reduce the amount of spawns in the area. Be good. So probably, I'm not sure. I guess this back corner would be the better one to use for the mob farm. Probably there. Yeah, it's the one that goes all the way up. And then get into this. We could even have it go up here as well if we wanted to. This is the concrete maker. But I need to finish like the green wall and some of the windows, and obviously there's still some places where people spawn. It's a fun area, but because you're building such huge structures, every like small project just takes forever. I remember thinking like, I'm going to make a small building here, and it took ages. And even then, like, they're not all furnished, right? Only a couple of people have come by and decorated stuff. I don't know that I knew there was another shop down here. That's cool. I definitely feel more inspired to work in the sci-fi area than I do here. So we're probably only going to be using this as a staging area for now. Re-Innovator, thanks very much. Yeah, there's a couple of cool builds around actually. There's I'll go down to street level. So we mapped out little blocks so different people on the server can come by and say, hey, I'm going to grab the yellow block or the orange block or the green block. But the first thing we built was the block bank, which is based off of like one of the Lego modulars. So the idea was that it was going to have some villagers inside that you can trade with for stone and different blocks, but unfortunately they did not make it. There's storage underneath. So our hub for working out of the area is underneath the bank. But then we've got like this little cafe, which I've shown off on the Spawn Chunks podcast. Little details inside. It's kind of fun. Cosmic has got, not here, but a neighboring flower shop, which is cute. And then another empty space. This is where you arrive and depart from. It's the visitor information center. So it has like a little eye in the floor and a map of the area. Even though I feel like the map, this is a better map. And then really the only other two things that are finished are the garden, like the little park here in front of the entrance to the condo building. And I think some of these townhouses are done, but like it's a very early stage to the zone. And then I did this building and really wanted to make sure the exterior was finished. And the interior still has a bit of work, but You can use the elevators to go up. You can have a single elevator to come down. And I think it looks pretty good. Quite happy with it. Oh, and of course the mosaic over here. This was really fun to do. A little anchor in the middle. Compass rose. Looks like something's missing. I don't know what happened there. I'm not sure why I decided to make this angled glass. It's such a strange decision. Some things I would definitely redo. That's for sure. The challenging part here is to get everything lit up because, of course, like this, the roads are just a mob farm because these lights, they look cool, but they don't actually do a heck of a lot. Like very, very little. Everything else is just zeros. Cool. Right on, folks. Well, that's where I need to wrap things up for today. I am going to pass you on to somebody else playing Minecraft, though, so just don't go anywhere. We will see who's live, and hopefully the next time I come back here, we will be working in the sci-fi zone, doing something cool. Tomorrow is going to be the Lego Let's Chat. The Soundwave Lego set has been replaced, so I have a new set that's been undamaged, and I can continue on with that. Let's send you on to False Symmetry, probably working on some final things to finish up the base on Hermitcraft. So you shall enjoy the rest of your day with False, I'm sure. Once again, I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the Lego Let's Chat, and then again on Saturday at 1 p.m. for probably more Minecraft. That's usually when I play Minecraft on Saturdays. So you will just have to hang out and see. You can follow me on social media, Joel Duggan, very easy to find. You can also check out things like the Patreon page. It's just my name on Patreon, and that's where you can join the Discord and get access to alerts when I go live, behind the scenes, a group of people that are really fun to chat with about video games and Minecraft and Satisfactory, all kinds of cool stuff. Everything is on the VODs channel, Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. If you have not seen the trailer, not the trailer, but the tour of West Hill, then that is going to be live on my channel tomorrow. So Friday is when the VODs for the tour of West Hill with Pixel Riffs go live. So you can check that out. There's some early access on Patreon, but it'll go live tomorrow. So thank you to Sandy for the moderation and the help. Thank you to Cosmic for popping in a couple times on breaks there. I really appreciate it. Big thank you to Pixel Riffs, of course, for the massive raid. Appreciate all the follows, folks. Very, very kind of you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.